Hi. A big hello from Australia. As living as a digital nomad, the last 2 years I've been nomadic, and it's helping me to be nomadic. I've been in situations the last 2 years that help me deal with what's happening right now. The last time I was in Australia 2 years ago, I suddenly felt like I was in a lot of pain. I had to go to the doctors, and I was like, oh my god, I'm on the other side of the world alone. How am I gonna handle this? So I went through a little crisis back then, and I was fine, and I was supported by the community here, and that learned me that I am never alone. Never. And yesterday, when I was going to beautiful shops here, like there's incredible food shops here, and when my bank cards didn't work, I was like feeling this little bit of a oh my god, I'm on the other side of the world, and I'm working with banks from the other side of the world. What if? Like, I have these thoughts. And then I remembered my journey in Bali, where I couldn't use any of my cards 1 year ago. And I remember how so many people started helping me, from the hotel owners to people asking if I had food, to people transferring money. And I remembered, like, it's not a problem. People always help each other. And then I was thinking, yeah, with this lockdown, what if I'm all by myself in my van? Like, I'm now in a beautiful festival, another 2 more days. I just taught a beautiful session to some amazing healers. So if you're in Australia, these people, a lot of assignments are being cancelled. These are people who are good in relaxation, massage, dealing with anxiety. Oh, there were people with passions of going on a sailboat to heal and breathe through anxiety. And I feel that there's a lot of shame when people tell me, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I don't want to share my fears and bring you down or in another vibration. Oh god, no one brings me down if they share their fears at all. We're all human, we all have fears, we all have beliefs. It's how the body is built. So anyone who's saying that they're not affected, I don't know. I can only speak for myself, but being in this work of behavior change, of changing the mind, creating a strong mindset, there's always going to be insecurity, and we're all human. So if you're like, oh my god, I need some support, or I feel a lot of anxiety, or maybe you're alone in another country and your family is somewhere else, or then I'm always happy to connect you with our tribes around the world. Belgium, Netherlands, lots of people here in Australia ready to give, ready to help you in your journey. Yeah, whatever. Sometimes just being here and talking 10 minutes to people who can hold space and who are not freaking out and just like, it'll be okay. Yes, it's normal. Feeling fears is normal. Feeling this desire to control something is normal. It's how our brain works. Over the past years, and I'm gonna flow a bit through everything I wanted to share, but I've been hearing, because I'm connected to some to nurses, to doctors. So sometimes you hear like, oh, someone had the virus and there was, for example, a heart attack, and then you feel your own heart suddenly beating quicker, and then what the brain does, they might make a link like, oh my god, I have the virus. Or another thing is what I like to call is, I don't know if you notice, but like around, sometimes people start coughing. And it's an interesting thing that the brain does. So the more you get this information everywhere, the more you start seeing it. So when you cough, ask yourself, okay, what's happening? Is my throat shutting of being afraid? Like if I cough, I have the virus? Or ask yourself, what's happening? Talk to your body. See your body as a guide. And the clearer your guide is, the better. So a heart attack is the heart beating quick, right? Boom, boom, boom. So if you feel, and I can only talk from my own experiences and the people I work with, but I've been in these situations like where my heart would go up to 210, or I'd be like feeling so much fear, it was overwhelming. And I would start breathing and talking to my heart. And definitely step one, get surrounded by people who can hold space, or go to practitioners who can help, or spaces that bring people together who are in disease. But feel that heart and talk to the heart and say, okay, I trust you. You're pumping blood. It's pumping blood. How can I help you? Use your mind. If the heart is needing a lot of energy to pump blood, then ask to shut down other processes. Like, it happens naturally, but you can support it with your mind. Like, okay, I don't need to be thinking too much right now. I'm just gonna give all my energy to my heart. Or, my food is in my belly. Maybe you just ate and you feel your heart. Then okay, let your belly rest and the food can be digested later. This is how the body works, so help it. Let it guide. If the heart is beating quick, breathe through it. A lot of things, a lot of emotions that a lot of people might have been holding for a long time come up in this stressful times of a lot of emotions. See it as a cleanse. These emotions are chemicals in the body, on parts of the body. This is what we work here with in workshops. So if you're at home, wherever you are, and you feel like, oh my god, I'm getting into this state of anxiety, or like thoughts come up, write down the thoughts. They're normal. It's the reptile brain. I just gave a whole session about it. Our reptile brain keeps us safe. It keeps us from jumping off a cliff because we think we can fly. So the reptile brain is a good thing. So write down your thoughts, journal, like, oh my god. For me, for example, like many of my thoughts are going to being like, I'm traveling, I'm always one flight away. But if airports don't fly, then I'm not one flight away, am I? So I'm like, my body feels it, I can feel it in my belly. No. So the reptile brain is like, dangerous, fly home now. I never make decisions when my reptile brain is working, because that would be a decision based on fear. So I'm gonna sit with it, I'm gonna let myself be held by someone else or hold myself. And I'm gonna share my fears. And I have a lot of people, I'm lucky to be surrounded by a network of people who are so good in holding space that I can just share my fears. Because there's a lot, and I'm so grateful for all these people in my life. So I share my fears, and just by sharing them, it's like they're being seen. And then I make the decision, and it feels very much centered and grounded. So if you feel like you're hearing all these things and you're coughing and you're like, oh my god, do I have the virus? Or your heart is like, oh my god. It's like, talk to your body. You are in control. Your body is helping you to make you live. That's what a body does. Our body helps us to breathe, to take in oxygen. The body isn't gonna, it's gonna help you. Play with it, use it, get support and play with it. So when you hear someone and there's like, I can feel it sometimes when I'm sitting next to people, I can feel their hearts beat very, very quick. I will start breathing with them. I will start opening my heart. That's more gentle, more soft, maybe at that moment. And then I would try to share that vibe of, hey, I'm here. Just by breathing together, putting a hand, see whatever they want, until it passes. Emotions are 90 seconds. What else was I gonna talk about? The heart. Nourish your heart. Feel how it feels. Oh, I wanted to talk a little bit because I also heard there's kids suffering. Now, new generations are special. So, I don't have kids yet. I'm really looking forward to have kids. You're probably saying, why is she sharing all these positive things? But I've shared most of my fears. They're gone. There's space from that darkness. There's space for me to dream, to create where I'm gonna be the next days, what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna work. So, kids, new generations, they're more sensitive. We've grown up a lot of countries, most countries. The last 100 years were really about the mind, about making these beautiful rockets and sending them into space, about making cars, making airplanes. That is incredible. I wouldn't be here without this evolution of so many people having trained the mind. But a little little bit of training has been forgotten by feeling and emotions. So these newer generations are going back into feeling more. You feel this wind? No, you can't feel it, but maybe you feel it through me. The weather is changing here, it's incredible. The weather is guiding. So if you're with kids, the most important thing, I heard this story this morning. There's a method called, what's it called? Tremoring. So when there were wars 100 or 200 years ago, kids, if there was a bomb, they would start shaking. Like shake. How dogs do it too. Observe the animals. They shake it out. They get angry. This is a really good way to shake emotion out of the body. Because you don't want it to get stuck, because then if there's anxiety, it's going to be like pushing on the heart and get out emotion, get out, I don't need you right now. The body wants to be light, homeostasis. So if you're with kids, give them a lot of freedom. If you can, bring them in nature. Bring them around other kids that they can move and shake and yell and cry together. And I would recommend putting on music. And this is all supportive. Putting on music with high frequency or hertz. Like it's called theta waves, or this brings the body a bit out of this reptile brain, so you have less thoughts of this reptile brain. It's good to have them, so you're not your thoughts, it's the reptile brain. It won't exist that long anymore, but then it's going to be the problem of everyone's dreaming and doing crazy things, so we need this little reptile brain. Yeah, so these are some things I wanted to share, and that's my way of apart from my work and where we're doing a lot and launching this corona prevention campaign with a lot of knowledge, I just share what works for me, and I'm inspired by other people doing the same. So whatever I'm feeling like, this is something I want to share about every day, I'll share a little bit of an update. And I'm doing this in moments that I feel really, really good. I have my moments during the day. I'll be working all night connecting with a lot of people. So, you hear that? It's in my voice. So I'm getting this flow of emotion happening through my heart, my belly now. So what I will do is I will stand with my feet in the earth and move a bit, shake a bit, and try to get the energy moving up and down. And this is intense. There's a lot of people who can help going through this process, but I feel it now. It's moving from my heart a little bit down. So I just shake. We can make it a move till it's released. Now this was a very clean, it's like a baby being delivered. This was a very clean one, but there's often big ones. People yelling, people crying. It's healthy. Don't be afraid of it. Like, oh my god, if someone's yelling or crying, they're releasing. And connect to the earth. It's always here. So I just finished a workshop on sex and money. If you feel you have gifts to share, I'm happy to connect you. And if you want tips and challenges and facts and figures to calm your mind, to learn about what's happening in Corona, we're aggregating everything into an app that's going to prevent. I'm hearing things like 1 person and 2 people get it, and there's another way on top of that of, even if the butterfly of the virus is here, just let it fly through in a safe way. It could be in quarantine, but by putting that mindset of, it's a cough, my placebo is starting. After the placebo, do I still feel it? You don't feel it anymore? Don't have it. So it's very, very good to know that this is normal to feel a little bit. And I have to say it in a careful way, because of course it's, when your body is this intense in it, it's important to seek help quickly. But what I'm saying is that the mind is working that almost by thinking of something, the body can project it. So observe your thoughts, observe your emotions. I'm sending you a lot of love from Australia, from this beautiful, sacred camping ground. And if you're ready to help other people share your knowledge, if you're watching my video and you're like, I have so much more facts and figures, like that's what I need, facts and figures, like I will bring it. I will show you how to bring it in the Corona app, and then we'll get people on to share healthy habits and share positive stories, creating connection and a quantum field in this beautiful era. And I'm saying beautiful because although there's a lot of suffering, and I have all my respect to everyone helping people out and being there in companies, and all my respect. And my voice and my mission in this is to lighten the beauty in it, not taking any respect from everything that's already being supported. But I think that's where I can be most of service. So, have an amazing day. Write down 3 moments maybe you're grateful for. 3 beautiful moments. Share your fears. And see you soon. Bye.